Distinguished Alumni Awards is one of the key awards handed out by the Institute, and it recognizes individuals in our community who have contributed vastly to their work and life. Our first awardee is a 2001 graduate representing the batch of PGP3. I would like to welcome Mr. Sanjeev Singh. Mr. Sanjeev Singh is the Chief Operating Officer of Wipro and a member of the Wipro Executive Board. He also holds positions as the chairman of the CII Karnataka CEO Forum and is a member of the CII Karnataka Council as well. He actively invests in startups while mentoring founders. He is often invited as a speaker to various industries and forums as well. He has kindly taken the lead to run a 1.5 credit course of 15 hours as an academic program at IIMK as well on behalf of GenPact. Mr. Singh has been instrumental in building the IIMK brand at a global level over his 31 years of work experience through his work from IIMK as a representative of multiple organizations and promoting IIMK as a global brand. Please give him another round of applause.
Yeah, thanks for. So I just respected Director Professor Debashis Chatterjee, respected faculty members out here, Charan Sparsh to all of you, gurus and teachers for all of us. Greetings to the staff members of IIMK, the alumni of IIMK, and also the current students, and I know that some of you are here as volunteers. It's just wonderful being here. Obviously IIMK, we all love IIMK and it's just wonderful being here. But I think, what is so fascinating about this place is the whole natural beauty around this place. I think it's fantastic, and I've not seen a campus as beautiful as IIMK campus. As was mentioned, I belong to one of the ancient batches of IIM Kozhikode, that was PGP3. We joined in 99 and graduated in 2001. I mean, that was a time when we didn't have mobile phones, we didn't have laptops. To do our assignments, we had to go to computer centers because computers and internet were available only in those places. And obviously we were not studying those days in the hills of Calicut. We were in the plains of Calicut, right? That was REC campus, that now called NIT Calicut. But I think, what we took a lot of pride in and we had that spirit because it was a very new institution. So all of us had that spirit to build this institution into a great brand. And I think, the initial batches, and we were batch number 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we did a lot and we worked very hard to build. It still happens called backwaters, horizons and so on. Now, of course, the scale is different and there are many more events. But we take a lot of pride in the fact that we were able to contribute significantly to the success of this institution and building a brand that we can all be very proud of. Now coming to the present, I want to thank IIMK and the committee that sort of took a decision to choose me and Prashant for this honor. It's a wonderful recognition. It feels great. One is absolutely humbled. But we also, I do understand that with this recognition also comes a certain level of responsibility, right, towards the institution. So I'm very cognizant of that. So before coming, I did ask, someone saying that, would there be an expectation to speak about something? So I was told that, talk about the journey you had so far. And I thought, instead of talking about the journey, which is just about, factual history of what I have done, which you can find on LinkedIn, I thought maybe I'll spend some time, very briefly talking about some of the learnings and experiences I've had, which I believe are very important for success, not just professionally, but personally as well. And there's a long list, I could talk about, but I've just focused on a few. And I thought, I'll spend some time talking about that. So the first one is really, I feel that hard work is oftentimes underestimated. The importance of hard work is oftentimes underestimated. And I think, people talk about smart work and people talk about intelligence and people talk about work-life balance and people talk about strategy and so on. And I can tell you that in most of the assignments I have done, I wasn't the smartest, I wasn't the most intelligent, I wasn't the quickest, I wasn't the most articulate, but I think I did reasonably okay and better than many other people, only because I felt I worked harder than everyone else. And hard work gives you an advantage that nothing else can give. So I think hard work it's not very glamorous, it's not very sexy, but hard work pays off every single time you make an attempt. The second one is really the importance of execution. Again, this is a B school and people want to go into roles which are strategy and consulting and the strategic kind of roles. And strategy for any organization is very important. But even for the most strategic roles, 90% of the job is about execution. I mean, strategy is sure. I mean, you have to have the right strategy. But 90% of your time, effort, and money is spent on execution. So execution is very important. It's a lot of hard work, and it's long hours. But execution is what will make you successful and will guarantee your success. The third one I want to highlight is the importance of doing the right things. The good thing about in our culture is that we all know what is the right thing to do, right? Our parents have taught us what is the right thing to do. We always know what is right and what is not right. It will never happen in our lives that we don't know what is right and what is not right. Now, out of our own selfish interest or out of some agenda, we might decide not to do the right thing. But I just want to share that doing the right thing is what builds character, is what earns the goodwill of the ecosystem around us, and it really goes a long way. And I believe that doing the right thing should be done even if it comes at a cost and even if it puts you at a disadvantage. And anything you do in life should pass the newspaper test. And the newspaper test is as follows. Whatever you do, if it appears in the front page of a newspaper, will you be proud of it or would you be ashamed of it? So it's not only about being on the right side of law, it is also being on the right side of morality and ethics. So doing the right thing, I think, is an extremely important thing. The fourth thing that I want to highlight is money. I think financials and money is oftentimes overstated and is given more importance than what it deserves. For anything that is very important for you, very critical for you, you should take a decision not primarily decided by money considerations. Money is a byproduct. All of you will have enough money. All of you will be successful financially as well. But focus more on creating value, focus more on doing what you will enjoy doing, and focus to make the ecosystem or the organization successful. And if you do that, the chances of financial success also will be much higher. And therefore, and one of the things, and I've always felt that the whole placement mechanism in B schools in India is very, very flawed. There's day 0 and day -1 and day -2 and so on. And decisions are taken in in 2 minutes they'll make you an offer because they don't want you to be hired by someone else. I mean, it's a flawed system. It is what it is. I believe you should not go for the highest paying job only because everyone is going towards that. You don't have to go necessarily for a -1 or 0-day company. Do what you feel will give you satisfaction. I think, we should trust our gut feeling a lot more than what our brain thinks. And I think, that would be my advice to you. And the last advice, the fifth advice I would have for you is, each one of us must spend some time, effort, and money in building capability and learning stuff and taking care of our health. I think we see so many cases and so many situations where people ignore learning or they ignore their health, and then you get into trouble that you cannot come out of. I mean, you see so many people who are in their 40s without a job, only because they forgot to learn when they were younger, and the world moves forward. Or people, who face health issues, and therefore they are not able to give their best shot. So net, I think some percentage of your time must be spent taking care of your health and building capabilities, learning new things that will keep you relevant for the next coming years. So I'll just summarize the 5 things that I said, because I feel they are very important for each one of us. The importance of hard work, the importance of execution, doing the right things, not overplaying the money part, but doing what you believe will create more value, and of course investing some bit of time, effort and money in learning and maintaining good health. So with that, I come to the end of what I wanted to say. I just want to thank once again for the wonderful honor, and really appreciate having me here. Thank you.
The occasion. And I would request everyone, and I would request Professor Chatterjee, if we could take a photograph to commemorate this occasion. Then we could request some of the alumni to come on stage, and some, if we could take a photograph together. If you could all please.